Hi everyone, welcome to this episode of Optimal Healthcast, aka as it dey hot for health matter. This health talk show is to educate you on all you need to know about health and health related matters. I am your host, Romanus Amarachi Merit, and here with me are
I'm not really a child. Forgive to Messima.
Igwe blessing.
Okay, Princess Ifunaya.
you're all welcome.
Thank you.
Talking about health matters, we are in a festive season which comprises of a lot of things, characters, attitude, behavior, and may affect our health positively or negatively. That's why we bring in this topic titled December and Health. This is a festive holiday that comprises of a lot of things that might affect our health, causing illness. But today we're going to be discussing what those things are and the remedies to them all. Please stay tuned and don't touch that die. Starting with Nurse Blessing, welcome. What are those things? Can you mention one of those things that might affect our health this festive season?
Okay, thank you very much. I think one of those things that can affect our health this festive period is nutrition. When I say nutrition, I mean the kind of food we take, the kind of beverages, the kind of food that we take into our body system can affect our health during this festive period. Why I say so is because some people who tends to have something like diabetes mellitus or people that have essential hypertension, because we are in a festive period, they might not be able to mind their health status. They want to take whatever that comes their way, not minding that they have diabetes or hypertension. They want to take anything that comes their way. That's why I say that it is important for one to watch his or her nutrition this festive period before taking anything. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. I want to ask you something.
Okay.
What are those things that can be very hazardous to our health that we should pay attention to?
Okay, some foods that can be hazardous to our health this festive period include excessive intake of alcohol that can cause too much of alcoholism or that can cause hypertension. Another one is excessive intake of high carbohydrate food. For those people that have diabetes mellitus,
Okay.
excessive intake of too much spicy food, excessive intake of sweetened beverages.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you.
Mm.
Can you mention those illness that we might suffer if we don't take care of our health or our nutrition?
Yes, some of the illnesses include, like I've mentioned before, I've talked of diabetes mellitus,
Okay.
I've talked of essential hypertension.
Mhm.
I will say another thing like acute tonsillitis. Why I say acute tonsillitis is because there are some food that we take, especially those that like eating out this festive period. There are some food that you take that you don't know how hygienic the place they prepared it
Environmental
is.
sanitation.
Yes, so if you take it, some of them contains pathogenic microorganism that can affect the tonsils, thereby causing inflammation of the tonsils. Then another illness I will talk about is urinary tract infection. Why I mention urinary tract infection is we might now concentrate on taking beverages and sweetened juice without concentrating on water. And you know now that we are in dry season,
Yeah.
yes, we tend to have a lot of dehydration. So we might not really remember taking fluid to help us rehydrate our body, thereby getting urinary tract infection. Thank you very much.
Thank you. I'm sure that the public want to know the remedy or the advice you want to give them for their nutrition.
Yes, the advice I'll have to give the general populace concerning their nutrition this Xmas period is they should try as much as possible to plan their meals, because if you plan your meal very well, it will not you will not be able to take unnecessary meals. You will take what you're supposed to take at that particular point in time. Then another thing is one should be able to eat more of vegetables and fruits and less of carbohydrates. One should also advise one should also reduce high intake of cholesterol food or too much spicy food. then one should try as much as possible to increase his or her water intake than juice intake. Then one should try as much as possible to engage in physical exercises to enable him or her keep fit. Then lastly and most important, please don't engage in too much partying around, because partying around will make you to be exposed to kind of food that you're not supposed to take, especially those that have some underlying sicknesses that I've mentioned before. Then lastly, do not arrive at any party hungry, because if you arrive hungry at any party, it will make you to eat whatever you see, not minding that that might be detrimental to your health. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. That was very wonderful coming from you. Thank you. Now, Lillian, can you mention any other factor you know that can affect us during this festive season?
Okay, thank you. Weather condition is another factor that we experience during this season. Also, okay, weather condition now, as of the moment, brings about cold temperature, and this cold temperature causes atherosclerosis, that's narrowing of the blood vessels, which increase blood pressure and, of course, blood thickening, rising the risk of myocardial infarction, that's heart attack, and also stroke. So the sudden change of weather condition make it harder for individuals to adapt at the moment, especially those older people that have existing health conditions. Existing health conditions like aversion of asthma, cirrhosis, which is dry skin, pneumonia, respiratory tract diseases like coughing, sneezing, sore throat, and every other thing. Thank you.
Okay. And what advice can you give the public concerning this weather condition?
Okay, the advice I would love to give to people concerning this condition, first, number one is clothing pattern. I would love everybody to be dressing warmly this season, because it will not predispose you into catching cold or getting pneumonia. Another one is cirrhosis. Cirrhosis is dry skin. I will urge you to be putting your wrist balm in your bag and also moisturizers. Once you notice that your skins are drying up, please endeavor to apply. The last but not the least is advice. I would love to advise asthmatic people to always make sure that the inhaler is at handy at all times. And please stay away from dusty area, because dust can trigger this attack. Or better still, make use of your nose mask. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right. Thank you very much, Lost Lillian. That was very wonderful. Let's get to know other factors that might affect us in this festive season. Nose gifts. Can you tell us any other factor that might affect us in this festive season?
Thank you. I think overconsumption of alcohol can really affect a lot of people this season,
Okay.
especially young people, young ladies, and even male. You know, this thing called peer pressure, they see that they think that taking alcohol would help them solve some issues. Thereby, they become addicted to consumption of alcohol. Now, overconsumption of alcohol can actually lead to some effects like short-term effects or long-term effects on the body and on the mind. Okay, let's talk about the short-term effects of this. This overconsumption of alcohol can cause dehydration in the body. You see, many people after taking alcohol, they will complain of headache. Oh, I have headache. I'm feeling headache. They start feeling fatigue. That's as a result of this alcohol intake. Some of them will also, it can cause impaired judgment or coordination, whereby after intake of alcohol, they cannot regulate some activities they do because they're not in their right senses, because they've consumed a lot of it. Do you get? So, which can lead them to injuries, accidents, or even trauma. Yeah, as a result of that. It can also it can predispose them to long-term effects like cancer.
How?
Yeah. You know, when they take alcohol steady on a regular basis,
Okay.
it can lead to cancer of the mouth.
Are you
That's
serious?
the addiction of it. It can lead to cancer of the mouth, cancer of the breast, of the nose, of the throat. So that's what it can lead to. It can also cause some brain damages, whereby they start having mental issues, mental problem. They're battling. They feel like, oh, I'm taking this to solve this problem, but they are taking it. The more they are taking it, the more
more their
their health is
problem.
worsening. is worsening the more, and they don't know that they're not helping themselves. And that is why it is necessary when they see some changes in their body, they should seek help immediately.
Okay.
Seek help. Don't just stay and feel like, no, alcohol is the remedy, like it's going to help me forget my problem. I'm depressed, it's going to help me solve this. It can never help. Instead, you're worsening the case. It will affect your mental health.
Okay.
It will affect you in even
Entirely.
it will even give heart issues. It can cause heart issues to those people.
Even the liver too.
Even the liver, yeah. It can cause liver cancer, a lot of things. It will just disorientate your body, like disorganize everything about your body.
So, Nurse Princess, can you mention any other factor that might affect our health in this festive season?
Okay, I'm going to be talking about irrational sexual life, and thereafter I'll be talking about overspending and debt. You might be wondering what I mean by irrational sexual life. Due to this festive season, there are a lot of merriment, parties, and so on and so forth. So at this point, some people take the advantage of this season to exhibit their sexual desires that might be of harm to them. What do I mean by these sexual desires? Some people might want to involve in threesomes. Some people might involve in anal sex. Some people might involve in different types of sex. And some people might be pushed to rape others, thereby causing different types of harm.
Seriously.
Let's start from this rape. Due to some fetish and religious acts, just like some people might want to do this masquerade and some other things, these people tend to get high,
Yeah.
try to feel among, let's say due to peer group, they want to showcase that they are
off.
able to join the masquerade team and so on, thereby doing some certain things, and especially doing sex in different ways, thereby raping other young girls that they see and exposing these girls to diseases, infections, and maybe exposing themselves too. Because you know, during this festive season, people come from far and wide, and the person you're doing this act with, you don't know her status, you don't know his status. You understand? So one other thing I could say is those people also that involve in annual sex and so on. During this festive season, so many people come in, and you see these people that, let's say, came back from America and so on and so forth. You see these our girls trying to
Gain connection.
indulge with them, trying to please them with sex, thereby exposing themselves too. Okay, let's talk about this sex. What does it expose you to? This irrational sexual life can expose you to many things. Pregnancy for the female. When a student who came back and found out she's pregnant after the festive season, I don't think that she can continue with her studies, thereby causing her a dropout. Then imagine a student who came back, indulged in multifunctional sex activities, and later she found out she's positive or test to HIV or to hepatitis B or so other infections.
We have come to the end of this marvelous show. We have all heard what my prestigious colleague have to say. In summary, I would say, be mindful of your health during this festive season, knowing that health is wealth. Lower your consumption of alcohol, eat healthily, and consume a lot of water to prevent dehydration. Spend wisely, don't overspend. Eat healthily, I must say again. Thank you so much. And please don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment on all our social media platforms at Optimal Healthcast, aka as it the hot for health matter. And from the family of the Optimal Healthcast show, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy, prosperous New Year. Bye for now.
Bye.